We got all 4 today.
Can't believe we actually had a format going into this.
Yeah, well, it's a slight format. Not really much.
It's funny. We actually were like, oh, yeah, we're going to do this, this, and this, whereas we never do that.
We never do, but, I mean, I'm scared for my life, so...
I mean, it's summertime, and you got heat, baby. You got heat.
Jesus. Let's just put that out there.
I think Nate should, every show, do dishes while he's on the podcast.
Nice.
Are you wearing yellow rubber gloves?
No.
Damn it.
You're not that Polish. Okay.
No, and I stopped doing dishes.
I love doing dishes. It's very relaxing.
It's therapeutic.
That's why it is right there. That's why I told you guys not to do dishes that day you came over. You were about to wash dishes at my place.
Hey guys, you know what?
Huh?
You know what's fun is the image that AAW just put up on the Facebook page that has all the matches laid out. Mm-hmm. There's a lightning bolt going right into Taya's boob thing.
Taya's boob thing?
Yeah, her boob
Taya's
crack.
Boob thing.
Cleavage. It's called a cleavage.
That's the one. Her boob crack.
Her boobs are electric. Is that what we're trying to say? Did we Photoshop that in? Why is there lightning? Oh yeah, it's the poster. Lightning.
Because apparently when you're in Milwaukee, there's a lot of lightning that happens.
Lightning and a cleavage, man. You catching lightning and a cleavage.
Isn't that great?
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, welcome back, everybody, to episode 40 of the Backstage Boys Podcast. This is Trent, my co-host.
Basil.
And our other co-host, the referee one.
The referee guy and the guy who knows the videos and shit.
Referee guy. Introduce yourself.
Hey, guys.
Nate Speckman. I'll say your name for it. And the movie man himself.
Hey guys, it's Rob.
That's Rob. Yeah, Rob. Hi, Rob.
Y'all can
Rob,
say your names.
You're supposed to say your name.
I did say my name.
You did? Sorry, talked over you. All right. Well, we're here. All 4 of us are here. We're here to do episode number 40. It's the Destination Milwaukee preview show. Preview shows, guys. Look, I'm going to put it out there to our listeners. For some damn reason, some people really want the preview shows, but some people don't. They really like the review shows, but we're going to give them a preview anyway because it's a hype. Because you got a long drive to Milwaukee. You got to drive to Milwaukee, so this is a perfect companion piece that'll take you at least a half hour of the way. Fair enough, right?
Yeah. Was it like a 2-hour drive up there?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. We'll shave off at least a half hour, 40 minutes of your drive.
Yeah.
Not too bad, right? All right. So episode 40 battles, we're creeping up on 52. I mean, we're about to hit a year of doing it, but we fell behind on some weeks, so we don't have like actual like 52 right on the dot of the year, but it's going to be a year next week of doing this.
It's the perfect imperfectionist of us.
Yes, I agree. So, guys, what's new? Weekends. Let's a little quick weekend recap. Let's go. It was a holiday weekend. We just recap. Basil, you had a crazy one. Let's get yours. Let's get yours out of the way here. What did you do this weekend? I know you were traveling. You were all over the place. I'm going to come to you after that.
I had 3 shows, 3 days, 3 different companies. So. Okay. Friday night at Freelance, Saturday night at MLW, and then about 3-4 hours after I left MLW, I was at the airport, flew down to Dallas, and shot Slammiversary this past Sunday. Nice long day. Thank God the building was air conditioned because the last 2 days, I don't think anybody knew what air conditioning was. To be honest with you. So
why are our wrestling venues so cheap?
I don't know, dude. I apparently the bash at the brewery venue did not have.
I heard.
Yeah, I heard it was really hot.
Cool venue though. I really liked it.
Yeah, the brewery that looked cool. I liked it on TV. That looked fun. Basil, we watched you, me, Rob, Nate, along with Brian and Nicole. We watched you on Slammiversary. I mean, we weren't watching you, but you were there. You happened to be on TV.
Remember when he scurried on his knee to get out of
the...
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do.
What match was that during, Rob? Do you remember?
No, I remember.
I remember Rob just started laughing because you were like on your knees. You're like, "Oh shit!" And you knee walked away from the ring.
Yeah, because I can't stand up. That ring was short, dude. That ring was short. That ring was below 4 feet tall. It had to be like a 3 to 3.5 foot tall ring.
Yeah, I didn't really notice it until you said that, and then I looked at Johnny Bravo standing at ringside, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that ring was really short. So like, even on my knees, like what I usually do at Impact is I shoot from my knees, and I can hide completely. This ring, if I was just on my knees, you can still see my shoulders and my head, which is very odd for me at an Impact ring.
Interesting. Must be a Texas thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I had to make some adjustments. But I actually started there was an Impact episode taping that happened before.
They did tape?
They taped one match that will air on Impact later this week.
Match, right?
Yes, it was a women's match that will air later this week. And
it's been up in the air on what they're going to do about taping because they had like a gap between tapings. Okay, so they have a few matches in the can then.
I'm assuming they're going to put some probably like a Slammiversary recap and then maybe some documentaries, put the match in there. They'll fill in the time.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's just weird not to have a fallout. Like I thought you would think at least they would tape, but I mean, they had 2 shows the day, like those 2 days before. So who knows? Probably just didn't work out well. Maybe they might show stuff from Bash from the Brewery or the Deep Impact stuff.
Right. Good call.
I mean, they have a few matches in there that they can show. I don't know what exactly is going to happen with that. All I know is that we just had the one match beforehand, and then I'm trying to remember. No, after that match, I switched my positioning ringside. I was supposed if you're looking at the entrance, I was on the right side, and it was set up that way from the beginning, and then a few things got changed last minute, and I just did not like the positioning because the ref is supposed to be positioned that side. So he was just in my way, and it's not their fault. I mean, the ref is supposed to be where they're supposed to be. So I switched sides, and then I realized the cameraman is one of the camera guys I worked with in Philly. So we had like a month of tapings, and then the Muda show I worked with him in Philly as well. So we had a really good system down the entire pay-per-view, to make sure I think we accidentally bumped into each other once the entire pay-per-view, and that was because there was like a really fast move that happened that we were both caught off guard. But the entire pay-per-view went super smooth with him and I. Production-wise, no issues that I heard of. I heard everything went great, which I'm very happy about. How did it look on TV?
I liked it. Actually, I want to get Rob's take on this.
What's
the watch? I remember you were mentioning lighting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the white, was there like the white balance or something you were saying?
Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time now. Like I don't know why. I mean, it's their look. Obviously, you can tell if it's an Impact. I just don't understand why they're overexposing a lot of their shots, especially with like the backstage vignettes. I don't get it. Maybe that's something they're doing on purpose. But
you and I have talked. I mean, I brought that up a year ago, I think, to Trent.
I don't mention I don't mind the backstage segments, but yeah, the ring light. I mean, I guess I was part of the venue lighting as well, right? But I mean, there's a way to balance that stuff, right?
The venue lighting was definitely brighter than what it normally was because the ceiling was lower. The ceiling was lower, so the settings that Rob, I texted you the settings, but it was amazing to shoot at those settings, honestly. But the only issue is because of how hot it was in there. The fog was sticking, so there was fog the entire show. I can tell.
Mm. Yeah, it did have a bit of a haziness to it, but
yeah,
overall,
and that was from the fog. But honestly, like wrestling wise, production wise, everything went great in my opinion.
Yeah, to me. I think it was a great show. I think we all enjoyed it watching it on TV, right, guys? We had some pizza and fresh fruit. Huh?
Yeah.
Killer watermelon.
I think the pineapple was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
I was upset I wasn't invited.
Yeah, well, you were there.
Yeah.
So
He's got a lavish penthouse, man, with the sick view of Chicago.
Trent's place is nice.
He's got the lavish wood floors. Living the dream, man.
Basil, I've even changed it around since you've last been there, so it's a little different even what these guys got to see. So, but no, yes, we had fun, guys. I enjoyed the pay-per-view, and it was definitely an enjoyable time. I want to do that more with you guys. We should have AAW nights at my place or something. Let's do that again. I'm down.
Absolutely.
Pizza. Let's do that. All right, cool. So, guys, let's get.
Can it be like classic stuff? I can't rewatch the same stuff that we just shot.
I want to watch old stuff for sure.
Yeah, old stuff.
Old AEW is fantastic.
In general, I can't unless there's like a specific match that I really do want to rewatch. I can't watch anything that I've shot. Just because I have to live through it twice.
I know Nate and Rob love the old stuff. And Nate, by the way, you forgot those DVDs that I gave you.
Oh fuck!
Which DVDs were you planning on giving him?
I had some doubles of some old AAW stuff, classic shit. I mean, I think Nate, what was the oldest one in there? 2006.
Yeah, I also forgot to steal that box set of Wrestling Society X.
Oh, you have Wrestling Society X?
I got the entire run.
Can we steal the North's idea that they're doing on Impact on Twitch and watching old shit? Can we do that with AAW and like Wrestling Society X, please?
Yeah, yes. I got all that stuff.
I'm 100%. I'll tell Ethan that we're stealing his idea. I have no shame about that.
Do it. Cool. All right, guys. Let's hype the show up here. We got a couple days. We got a couple last minute tickets to sell. We got some left.
Wait, you didn't ask me about my weekend
or mine.
I'm sorry, I forgot. You guys can just jump in here. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Nate. Let's start with you. I did say I was coming to you next.
So I refed on Freelance, and then I got to hold camera cables for Ivan at MLW. Rob, what about you?
I had a bachelor party in Vegas.
Yeah, Rob was terrorizing. Wait, Rob. We got to talk. We got to mention that you took Disco Inferno up on his offer.
I did, man. I went to Sapphire's, the world's largest gentlemen's club. I mentioned Disco Inferno's name to get a free ride there with my party, and
you did not.
Free drink?
Yeah, I did, and we got a table, and
it's a thing, Nate. I got to Nate. It is a thing that he puts out there that if you call Sapphires, I'll send a limo, pick up you and your party, free entry, free drink. So that's a thing Disco does for anybody.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, Disco Inferno. I'm calling because of Disco Inferno. She's like, what? I'm like, Disco Inferno. Oh, she's like, oh, Disco. Okay. So anyway, but that place is a ripoff, man. They swarm you like like flies, man, and then trying to get you to do $200, $300 dances and stuff. I'm not about that life.
I remember when because you did a typo when you texted us that you're like, man, they're making us do $20 lap dances. I was like, bro, that's like industry standard. And you're like, no, fuck, I did a typo. It was $200. I was like, oh
yeah. They were getting all mad at me because I was being a cheap ass. I'm like, I'm not. My buddies got broke. I came out there positive money. I didn't spend anything. I just want to sit there and enjoy the show, nothing else.
No, I mean, unless you're like legit, like super ballin', nobody should be paying for lap dances in freaking Vegas.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Other than that, we got a cabana. My buddy spent a lot of money. I'm not going to say how much, but it was a lot. Almost as much as a used car. But other than that, yeah.
Not bad for what, like 4 hours of entertainment?
It's so dumb, but
and Disco wasn't even there.
Disco wasn't even there. I was looking all over for him. Some Russian mobster was like, "No, he's not here today." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's pretty sick."
I'm like, oh, that's
So
nice. Like,
maybe
Probably prepping his keto diet.
that's right. He's a strict keto guy. Disco's strict keto guy. Looks great. But all right, cool. That was your weekend. Anything else, guys? Nate, was there anything memorable out of any of the shows you were at? Anything?
Fatu won the MLW World Heavyweight Championship.
It was a big shock.
that's great.
And it's crazy because the crowd went from hating him at the last Chicago show, literally throwing garbage at him like NWO 1996 style.
Really?
Oh yeah, at the last MLW show, dude, there was so much trash thrown in the ring, and so I remember because Ryan Loco was like a guest photographer there, and he came up to he came up to me hard camera side for the main event, and he was like, "Bro, that was the worst shit ever," because he got soda thrown all over him.
Is his real last name Loco? Like, is he?
No. That's just his gimmick name.
He's just crazy. Is he really
Yeah.
that crazy?
Yeah, no, dude, Ryan Loco is one of the nicest people.
He's not crazy.
He's crazy, dude. You should like his schedule makes my schedule look like chicken shit.
Is he full time?
He's full-time photographer.
Wow.
He does he's doing this whole year-long indie wrestling thing for a book just for fun. Like he added wrestling to his already packed full-time MMA and portrait modeling schedule. Like he regularly does shoots with Becky Lynch and Sonya Deville all the time, and then all this MMA stuff that he does. He shoots for UFC, bare knuckle fighting, Pro Fight League. Every week he's somewhere else. So,
All right, cool. All right, look, guys, let's jump into the show. That's enough about Ryan Loco. I don't even know what Ryan Loco is, but I do know there's Destination Milwaukee. Let's get in that. We got a match listing up. Who's got the match listing ready to go here?
I've got the match listing.
Let's hit it. We're gonna go match by match, get some opinions, feedback, see what you guys think, and then I'm gonna ask Nate which matches he wants to referee.
Ooh.
Let's do some politics already. 4 days before the show.
We're gonna put it on tape. All right, let's go for it. What do we got?
All right, first match we got Kurt Stallion up against the young boy Airwolf.
Nice.
I want to referee this one.
All right. See, I want to start with that. I want to start it with
Spoiler
a
alert.
yes, I want to referee, or no, I don't want to referee.
Spoiler alert, I want to referee every single one of them.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Brian and Sam. Was Sam going to be at this? I think Brian will be.
Sam is going to be there. Brian will not be.
Oh, Brian will not be. Interesting. Okay.
Brian
cool.
will be.
All right. Brian Stifler, everybody. Brian Stifler. All right. So that's the Airwolf and Kurt Stallion. That's kind of an odd pairing. I expected Kurt to be into something else, but after the whole turn at the last one where Kurt aligned himself with Jake, Kurt's got some firepower. What do you guys see? I like Airwolf though. Opinions on Airwolf, guys? Basil?
I love Airwolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, he's a really good wrestler. He's got a nice look to him. In this, I mean, how many different Wolves are there right now on the independent scene? And I think he did something to make himself different. The mask thing adds a nice mysterious factor, in my opinion. The kid can go, and
his moveset is insane. Like he does stuff that I haven't seen before, and it's 2019, and nobody else is doing some of the shit that he's doing.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Nice.
He's
cool.
someone I want to see. I want to see him on every AAW show.
Yeah, well, I think we might get him way more often. He's available. Nowadays it comes down to who isn't signed, right? Now it's if he's not locked up, we could definitely make a move for that. So we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
the only place that he signed to is MLW, but they run shows once a month.
Yeah, the LW is easy to work around.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What's next?
Next
I
up,
want to ask real quick: is Jake's coming, right?
Jake is coming. Now there's been some buzz that Jake was hurt. Can't confirm yes or no if what his status is currently. I know he was getting checked out. I believe he got hurt in Impact on something. I think it was Impact. I'm not sure. But as far as I know, Jake will be there. Jake is set to come.
he did get hurt at Impact. He got hurt at Impact about 3 feet away from me.
So yeah,
But he doesn't have an announced match, right?
Correct.
Right. But he was able to work at Never Say Die. So he's a tough guy. But I think it all comes down to if it's worse than believe. So we're not sure yet. We're not sure. But we'll find out. We'll see what happens. All right, cool. What's next?
Next match we have Besties in the World up against, I'm going to call them the Ace of Gaines, Ace Austin and Clayton Gaines.
Ace of Gaines. It's a good name. Okay. I know Rob loves the Ace of Gaines. Rob's a big fan of Ace and Clayton.
Yep, huge mark.
I think we should, Rob. We should definitely try to get some more with them on tape.
I think you know what? When we did that promo in Austin, I think they bounced off of each other really well, and I think we can get some skits or something together. I think that they would thrive in that. Some like comedy skits or something like that. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be a promo. You know what I mean?
We just gave them a little like direction of which way we wanted them to go, and they just took it from there. Yeah. They're great together, though. They are really good together.
Yeah, they've trained together. They've spent a lot of time together in Dayton, and actually, like, just before we started using them as a team, they just finished a best of 7 series in Rockstar Pro. So they are very, very familiar with each other.
Oh, nice. That's cool. That's good. I didn't know that. I didn't know about that. Are they both from Ohio? They're both part of the school over there, right?
Yeah. They both train out of Ohio.
I don't know that they're both originally from Ohio. Gaines might be, but I know Ace is not.
Gaines is from Ohio.
Yeah.
But they are both, quote, Ohio guys.
He used to be managed by JT.
Who did?
Clayton.
Yeah, well, I feel like JT manages anybody, all those guys in Ohio, especially at Rockstar.
No, but like, I'm talking like years ago when Clayton was like first starting. He used to be managed by JT.
Gotcha. Cool. All right.
Any predictions for this match?
Oh man, this is tough. This is go either way, but I think the Besties win this one. They got a chip on their shoulder. And they won at Never Say Die, right? I don't remember. Do you guys remember?
No. Weren't they in the triple threat main event match?
No, they lost. So they got, that's why they got the edge on their shoulder. I think they got screwed by the Rascals there, right? So I think they're going to come out and try to prove something
I think Ace of Gaines got this one.
Oh, damn. Wow.
Young blood, they're hungry.
I'm going to say that because I think maybe the Besties are, unraveling a little bit. Maybe there's a little dissension in terms of, like, they're off their game. Maybe they're not all there, and this might be an opportunity for Ace of Gaines.
Really Nate, quick. Sorry, Nate.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw Ace and Matt Fitchett have had a nice little back and forth on Twitter today.
I did not see that, no.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now. There was a tweet that, so Fitchett said, "I'm bored. Name a move that you want to see me hit on Friday at AAW in Milwaukee." And Ace goes, "It doesn't matter because Clayton Gaines and I won't let you hit it anyway." And then Matt goes, "Who are you?"
Wow.
And Ace goes, "I'm a hashtag TV guy, hashtag sign talent and all that. I've only been at it for 4 years, though, so I'll let it slide. What do you know about that?" And then Fitchett goes, "You haven't been on my TV."
Damn. Damn.
So they seem pretty evenly matched to me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that should be fun.
That's good. That's good.
I love when they kayfabe like work each other online. Like they talk shit.
He goes, "Who are you?"
Who are you? Never gets old.
Oh, Fitchett goes, yeah, I was on TV once, Channel 5 News. I had a piece of toast that looked like Rodney Dangerfield.
What?
You know what? I'm gonna go with the besties just because of that.
Besties, you got it.
Really quick, we didn't give predictions for Kurt and Airwolf.
Kurt.
Kurt.
Yeah, I think let's all do it on three. 1, 2, 3, Kurt.
1, 2, 3, Kurt.
And again, we're going to preface by telling everybody that we don't know anything going in.
We actually wrote the show, guys.
Yeah, we wrote it.
we have the draft in front of us. We're actually reading off of it.
Dude, I usually don't know what happens until I get into the ring.
There you go. See, so we keep it real, guys. We keep it real around here. We purposely go into the pod not having any results. Because we want to do it like this. So keeping it real on the real.
What's next, Basil?
What's next?
Next up, we've got this is gonna be I feel like this is the sleeper match because there's so much good shit on this card. We got the battle of the Joshes. Yeah, Josh Briggs versus Josh Alexander.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Josh versus Josh.
This reminds me of the one time where I went to an indie show in like 2003, and it was Boz versus Boz.
Oh yeah.
And, it was Ryan Boz versus Steve Boz, and I was that asshole going, "Come on, Boz, get him, Boz!" And then, the marks in the crowd going, "Which one? Which one? Pick one. Just Boz. Come on, Boz." It was obnoxious, totally obnoxious. But where else would you have seen Boz versus Boz? We've never seen it since.
I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing.
You should ask him about the Boz versus Boz match. Ask
what if I
our
don't
Boz.
want to?
Huh?
What if I don't want to?
You should. I think you'd be happy with the results. You'd be happy with his reaction to it. Just try me. Just try. But anyway, all right, go ahead. Josh and Josh, huh?
Which Josh? Who's gonna win? I think Josh is gonna win.
I think Josh definitely has this one in the bag. Alexander for me.
Yeah,
Same.
I gotta go with Alexander.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's on a roll.
Because there's no match announced for him, but Jimmy's also said he's going to be there, I think, right? So I might have to go with Briggs.
Okay.
I know you said Jimmy's gonna be there, but we got Manser who says he's buying a ticket.
Manser bought a ticket today, legit, on the Turner Hall ticket thing. Mance bought a ticket. The Pabst Theater. Mance bought a ticket.
Damn.
So Mance is coming to AAW to sit in the crowd. That is not a joke. Like, you heard it here. Like, he's definitely going to be there. I'm telling you guys, he legit bought a ticket.
That's funny.
I believe you. I believe you.
Man.
But the thing is, I feel like this is like how you were talking about Jacobs will probably be in Briggs's corner. I feel like this is where Manser gets involved. Probably starts doing little shit talk. We've seen drunk fans shit talk from the crowd, man. I don't think Manser's gonna be any different.
We can't stop him. I mean, he's a paying customer, man. We really cannot stop him.
As long as he doesn't lay any hands on Jimmy, Manser's only a fan. He's not a wrestler at this show.
Or if he stays he's got to stay inside the guardrails.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting night.
That's fun. That's real fun. Rob, I want a camera on Mance in the crowd. I want his reactions. I want to see how Manser reacts.
Don't film the match. Don't film this amazing match between Briggs and.
No,
I mean,
just film
I gotta film who's in AEW, man.
Yeah, I mean Manser lost his spot, dude. We can't be devoting precious tape to a fan in the crowd.
All right, fair enough. You know, I love that guy. We all love Manser. But all right, cool. Let's see what happens. That one's up in the air. I'm curious what happens out of that one. What else we got?
We got a crazy tag team match. We got the Lucha Brothers up against FiyahFox.
Ooh, very nice. I'm going to talk to Nate on this one first because I know he's excited. Do you want to referee this one, Nate?
I mean, like I said, I legitimately do want to referee all of them. There are two that I would enjoy reffing more than this one, but this one's definitely up there.
Okay, all right. Now you reffed both these teams before, right? Now
I have, yes.
Before. Yeah. So it's old hat to you, veteran. It's old hat. No big deal.
Stop.
Nate's been there. All right. Wait, by the way, Nate, you're hitting your 1 year very soon, aren't you?
I already have, yep.
When was it?
It was the 23rd.
Oh, congratulations.
Of June?
Nice.
Of June. Yeah.
Very nice.
Congrats, brother.
Mine's going to be in Lineham tournament.
Lineham?
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Let's get it. Yeah.
Very nice.
Have I talked about what my 2 years gonna be?
I don't think so.
Have I talked? Am I allowed to talk about what my 2 years gonna be on this podcast, or am I gonna get more heat?
No, what's next, Basil?
You gotta have more heat than the sun, man. You can't talk about anything right now. All right,
oh boy.
Quickly, move on. You got heat. Move on.
Whatever. And now we get to our trifecta, triple. These are all main event caliber matches, but whatever is the main event is the main event. But any one of these can close the show. We have our special attraction match. We have John Morrison up against Juventud Guerrera da Juice.
Nice. Very
so,
nice.
We got, what do we call him? Johnny Milwaukee? Johnny
I
AAW?
suggested Johnny Milwaukee. I said Johnny Milwaukee is good.
I say Johnny Milwaukee for sure. Because he doesn't come out. The Morrison name is done.
Yeah, I think it's done. What do you guys say, Rob?
Johnny Brewer.
Johnny Brewer. All right.
Johnny Brewer. That's
you like that?
Thanks. Using the good old
guys.
noggin of yours.
Yeah.
Nate?
Yep. I'm here all night.
I don't get it.
The Milwaukee Brewers. Johnny Brewer. This thing on.
I don't do real sports.
Oh, it's a shame.
What are you talking about? Wrestling is a real sport.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's what I said.
It's a legitimate sport, guys. Wrestling's real. People are fake. Don't you guys remember that shirt? Jeez. It was on a T-shirt. It's real.
Oh God, that was one of the worst shirts. But you know what's funny? How many people bought that?
Because people hate other people. It's a great thing to go off of. You're like, man, fuck you. I like wrestling and I hate you, so I'm just gonna wear a shirt to remind you of this.
Man, guys, Basil's heated right now because and it's because of all the heat.
It's all the heat.
He's
heated a heat magnet
from the heat. He's absorbing all the heat.
That's fine. I don't care anymore. I'm tired. I'm still trying to catch up on sleep from this past weekend. Honestly, it's bad.
Right.
Next up.
Wait, I didn't get Nate's Johnny. What do you want to be?
Johnny Turner Hall.
Johnny Brewer.
Johnny Turner Hall.
I love it. Johnny Turner Hall.
Can we call it Johnny Historical Restoration Fee?
Oh my God. The amount of fees this venue charges.
Johnny Building Fee.
Johnny Building Fee. Like, I gotta give it to our fans, man, that they bought tickets.
They bought tickets. Thank God.
In light of the fees, I mean, like, God damn,
it was
it's not us, guys. It's not us.
$23 of building fees.
Jeez.
On a $50 ticket.
Christ. Oh my God.
It's all building fees.
Our prices are cheap. Our prices are decent.
When we do it on the website, we're like, okay, guys, here's like a $4 fee. Thank you.
Unreal.
Turner Hall's like, hey guys, we need to charge you on top of charging you so you can be here.
It's ridiculous.
God, I can't imagine how much a front row NXT ticket costs.
At that place, gee, I can't even.
It's like $875 and $75 is a ticket cost or some shit.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Oh, speaking of NXT, ACH is on tomorrow night.
Yeah.
ACH.
Jordan Miles.
Jordan Miles, dude.
Jordan Miles.
God. Who the hell is ACH?
This is an AAW podcast.
Eddie Kingston's ACH, man.
Eddie Kingston is ACH.
True.
Yeah, didn't he say his name was ACH on like I forget what show it was.
He's probably gonna be on Evolve, and just his stage name is just gonna be I
think it was at that tournament in Cleveland. What's that promotion?
The J List.
Yeah, I think he did. I mean, don't quote me on that. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
No, you're definitely right.
It's already recorded.
He came out as ACH.
It's epic.
Oh no! You're wrong. I'm sorry. It was at Beyond Wrestling.
Oh, at Beyond?
Yeah, he had a tag match. Him and David Starr against Bear Bronson and Beefcake. Bear Country.
Uncharted territory.
Yeah, and
better.
He announced himself as ACH.
Jesus Christ. That's good.
That's good.
That is good.
It was pretty great.
All right. What's next, guys?
We have the AAW Heavyweight Championship match. We got a freshly minted MLW champion with Jacob Fatu, sorry. Here is just Fatu, up against Sami Callihan, who just had a brutal war with Tessa Blanchard in the main event of Slammiversary. So, I mean, both these guys just went to war this weekend. And now they're gonna go gonna go to war against each other.
I think Sami's gonna win. Honestly, Sami right now, in my opinion, after watching Slammiversary, is the best wrestler, or one of the best wrestlers in the game right now.
Yeah, I think
no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
The guy's too good.
He's I mean, just like, I'm not talking in the in-ring, whatever. I'm talking just the little things I was like watching when we were watching Slammiversary, like just in the ring, like the facial expressions, like the storytelling in his face, like it's phenomenal, you know. And I got a much larger appreciation, especially after we did that sit down too. You know, I can't wait for that. But I mean, I'm not just being biased, but like, yeah, I think he's gonna pull it out. I think he's on fire, and he's continuing to be on fire. You know what I mean?
Sami's facials were something that I put a big like all the facials in that match between Tessa and Sami were a big focus on the storytelling that I tried to put out in my photos. That you guys,
as a photographer, that's like a dream come true.
Dude, when I get to see a wrestler do more than just like a weird face when they're wrestling, it is, like you said, it is literally a dream come true, because I can take more pictures than just moves. Like, I love awesome moves. You know me. I love to get all the high flying stuff. That's all expected. But when I get to, like, during Elgin and Cage, oh my God, I got so many, like, I got this awesome picture of Elgin, like, creeping up on Cage. Cage is holding his back. He's wincing in pain. And you just see Elgin's face, like, just pissed off. And I had so many of those moments between Sami and Tess. Like, Tessa's crying after she got suplexed and to the outside, slammed into the barricade. And it just made, like, when you're trying to capture a moment, you need stuff like that. You need everything in a match. Like, you can't just have a good promo. You can't just have good wrestling. A great wrestler encompasses everything. You need to have the proper build-up to a match like that, and then you need to not only deliver in that match, but you need to show the emotion that went up into that build-up during that match, instead of just the normal 1-2 kick, punch, flip, jump, dive, kick out, boom, blah blah blah. Like you need everything.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, did you guys see
that
the
is
sit
great.
down with Armando?
I did.
didn't-
You
No,
sent
not
it
yet.
to
didn't
us.
see it.
You sent it to us.
Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah.
watched it.
It's interesting.
Nate, you watched it.
He had some tough things to say. You know what I mean?
that one.
Yeah, that one. You know, with Keith, Dr. Keith was interviewing him. That
I must have missed when you sent that. I gotta go back and look.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't see it.
Watch it. It's a very raw, I would say, interview with him. You know, he talks about the match going in with Sami. So it's I don't know why I just thought of that, but I think it's very important for for everybody to watch it before going into Milwaukee, because you kind of get the side of Armando and Fatu going into the match, because we know Sami, but we want to, you know, I think if you want to get a closer look at who he's up against, that's a good video to go watch.
All right, there you go. You heard it here. Go pregame with that promo. We got a lot of material that people can pregame on their way up to Milwaukee. You know, this podcast, a bunch of promo videos, good stuff. It's good stuff. Any other match? Are we forgetting a match?
No, that was all 7 of them that have been announced.
Wait, what about the women's championship?
Oh wait, I thought we talked about that. I am sorry. I could have
That's what I
sworn
said. I thought we were missing
Havok women's AAW Women's Championship. We have Jessicka Havok up against the returning Taya Valkyrie.
Wait, has Taya been in AEW? Wait, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
she LaSalle shows, and she did a bourbon show with when like 2.5 years ago when Johnny was up against Cage at Bourbon Street, and then
She had a match?
she had a match, and then
I
when
can't remember.
she also wrestled on a LaSalle show when we had Johnny and her, when we used to do like the special guest thing.
Yeah, but was she there? I don't remember her
Yes,
being
she
there.
was there.
Oh crap! Okay, she's threatened to hit me.
Yeah, he was on one of the he was on one of the first shows.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, she was there with him. They were both signing, and then she also wrestled as well.
Gotcha.
I think Taya wins.
Ooh.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Rob on this one. I'm going with Taya.
She's gonna shock the world.
Taya has been on a roll at Impact, and I feel like that can continue into AEW very much so.
I think so. I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
So
Johnny just finished his contract at Impact. Taya's still there. There's fun stuff to be had. I mean, Taya's she's coming into her own, man. I'm down with Taya Valkyrie. She's threatened to hit me at Milwaukee for things that were said about her on the Total Nonstop Impact podcast. She has threatened violence against me.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
Rob, let's record Taya kicking Trent's ass in Milwaukee.
She said she's gonna hit me in some way, shape, or form.
I believe it.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But definitely get that on tape. But that's it, huh? Cool. All right.
So,
was it 9
real quick, I have a correction.
Yes.
So I just looked up cage match, and if cage match is to be believed, Taya has only had one match for AAW.
Okay.
It was in LaSalle in 2017. She wrestled and lost to Jessicka Havok.
Ooh.
So, given that, yes, Taya did come out on top in that brutal Monsters Ball match, which Jess was also in. Taya also took a lot of abuse in that match. So putting those two things together, I'm going to have to go with Jess.
Oh, shit. All right.
Oh, nice. I'm going to call Nate Stat Guy from now on.
Stat Guy Speckman.
Nate Speckman.
Nate Speckman. Stat Guy Speckman, man.
Yeah, you need somebody to kind of verify all the stuff that's being said, and I think Nate is perfect.
All the horse shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you are good at that stuff, Nate. You definitely have stats and details down. You're good at that stuff. You know it.
Excellent memory.
Excellent memory. We definitely need to get Lance on here too. By the way, Lance sent me a text after the last show, and he goes, it only took me 39 episodes to get a shout out or to get a mention. 30. So Lance, we're gonna mention Lance on episode 40 again too. I told him, I said, I'm gonna mention you once an episode now, you son of a bitch. So for those who don't know who Lance is, he's the loud, tall, loud, boisterous AAW mega fan in the back of the room that you always hear.
He made the Milwaukee preview video.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the one standing right in the middle of the screen pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
That's that. Trent, you had nothing to comment because you didn't watch that one either, or what?
Watch the preview video. I'm gonna go on mute now. No, I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
What happens in it?
But that's cool enough. There's a lot of clips. There's a lot of things happening. There's many visions of talent. And
right. What's next? Yeah. What's next, Basil?
What's next?
Nailed
That's
it.
That is it.
That's everything, guys. That is everything. So we got a hell of a card. We're pulling out a hell of a. Wait, we forget. No, I'm sorry. We didn't mention the Lucha Brothers. My bad. I'm off here. But,
no, we should mention really quick that, like I said, Jimmy Jacobs is scheduled to be there. Jake Something is scheduled to be there. Paco is scheduled to be there. And I'm not familiar with this gentleman, but I assume he's a local favorite. Joey Avalon is scheduled to be there.
Getting a lot of buzz, Joey Avalon. I've heard a lot of things people are saying about Joey Avalon. Silas Young, I believe, said, I'm glad he's going to be there and getting a break. I don't know who that is, but sounds promising.
Cool.
Anybody heard of Joey Avalon? Basil?
I've heard of him, but I've not watched him.
Well, we'll find out. Joey Avalon taking our resident gatekeeper Paco, maybe, huh? How about that? Let's see that. Let's see you go up against our underdog. Let's see what you can do. Let's see what Joey Avalon's made of. If you can take on Paco, take on anybody. Huh?
Well, there you go.
Hopefully some special guests in the room. I think Derek St. Holmes, Milwaukee resident, will be color commentary. I believe he'll be in the house for color commentary. I believe, don't quote me on this, I think Val Malone might show up, former AAW valet. She might be in house because she's a Milwaukee resident, so hopefully she's in house. So they can keep an eye open for Val Malone. And not Val Malone. Yeah, is it Val Malone? Might have to, yes, Val. Is it Val Malone, guys? Yes. I'm sorry.
Nate,
why am I second guessing myself?
Nate, you're slipping.
Val
I'm
Malone.
off on this one.
Val Malone. It's Val. I'm sorry. I'm slipping. So she might be in the crowd. Brian and I were talking. We're like, man, how cool would it be if Silas Young just happened to be there? It would be cool. Mr. Milwaukee himself, but he can't because he's Ring of Honor. Well, man, I feel like it would have been so fitting for Silas Young to be on the show in some capacity.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
He was.
Dude, I wish we can get Silas back for just one show.
One show. This one would have been the one.
He doesn't wrestle for PWG, so let us get this one indie out of him.
How does Ring of Honor's contracts work? Do they allow any indies or no?
No, the only indie they allow in the US is PWG, and then all the other bookings they take has to be outside of the US. So they can do Canada, Australia, Europe, but it can't be anything in the US.
Let us be as one then. What the hell? That's a bummer. I wish we could have gotten him. That would have been cool. But maybe we'll see Val Malone there. She'll be there at least. Cool, man. Anything else, guys?
Nope.
Some tickets still remain for anybody listening to this before Friday. Get them online because it's a lot easier. You'll beat the rush and you'll beat the chances of the walk-up sellout because that happens a lot. So don't be shut out. Get your tickets online. Links are at AW Pro on Twitter. Take a look over there. Get your stuff, and we'll see you in Milwaukee. All right, let's go around the table. Plugs, Basil, start it off.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BZ. That's a B, 2 E's, 4 Z's, and a Y. All my photos are at basilmahmud.com. BASILMAHMUD.com. Trent, can they find you?
They can find me pitching it to Nate to tell us where they can find him.
Oh,
Nice. Once again, I am unprepared, and I do not know my stuff off the top of my head. I think Twitter at Ref Nate Speckman and Instagram at Referee Nate Speckman.
There you go. Very nice. Guys, get a hold of Nate and book him. But he'll referee anything. And he's good at it.
Birthday parties, bar mitzvahs.
It'd be great, family feuds, anything. Cool. All right, Rob, what about you?
Just a real quick, in July, the Besties in the World film is coming out. It's in production. So I'm anticipating to be done towards the end of July, and then in August I announced, I think like this week or last week, that there's a Sami Callihan film coming out. So stay tuned for those. You can find me on Twitter at @ThePolishRob and on Instagram at @1 PolishRob. We already talked about why it's the number one, and it's not the same as Twitter, so we don't have to address that again. But I felt like I needed to bring it up.
All right, no problem. Go.
Thanks for listening.
Anytime, our pleasure. You guys can find me at Vanilla Joke on Instagram and Twitter. Also at Hemi Music, HEMIMUSIC, Instagram, Twitter. You can also find this show wherever podcasts are found at Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Player.fm, and YouTube. Remember, if you subscribe on YouTube, you get the show about a half a day early. So if you go to YouTube, type in the Backstage Boys Podcast, it comes right up. Hit subscribe. You are the first to get the show every week.
Wow.
Also, it's pretty cool, right? Also, make sure you guys connect with us on Facebook and Twitter at the BSB Show. So just go ahead and to either one of them, type in the BSB Show, comes right up. And Instagram, Basil, we got that ready yet? I mean, we're almost coming up on a year here. How are we doing on the Instagram? Anything?
I had a pay-per-view this weekend, man. It's next weekend.
Next week it is for the Instagram. All right, we're getting there. It's going to be the 1 year, and maybe we'll have an Instagram. So, guys, if you listen on iTunes, please be sure to go to iTunes and give us a rating. Go to the Backstage Boys Podcast on your Apple iTunes and make sure to throw us a rating, 5 stars preferred, or whatever you want to do. Leave a little comment there. Let us know how you think we're doing. So the more you comment there, the higher our stats go up. More people hear us, and we get the word out. So don't forget to follow AAW Pro on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at AAW Pro. And I think that's it, right? Anything else?
It's all for me.
That's it. All right. This podcast is proudly brought to you by Cracker Barrel, where we'll be going on Friday. Before Very nice. All right, guys. We will talk to you after Destination Milwaukee with a full recap. And I think it's going to do it.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.